Hey everybody, Rick Walker here with SST, and we are wrapping up our coverage of SEMA today. There all week, made a lot of new friends. One of those new friends is Rob Cleland. He owns Extreme Exhaust in Fairfield, California. He's done a lot of really cool vehicles, and thanks to his sponsorship from Aero Exhaust, he was able to put together this thing called the Boogey Van. It's a throwback to the 70s, and we love it. Check it out. So this is the Boogey Van.
The Boogey Van.
And why did you call it that?
Because it doesn't do nothing but boogie. That's all it does. It's strictly for doing donuts, burnouts, wheelies, whatever you want to do. And nothing says I love you like 850 horse with a 2,800 pound package.
Right. And this package all sits on what? It's an old Chevy van?
It's a 1969 Chevy G10. It's a handy van. It was designed as a single passenger. We actually got a lot of history on the van. We have the original owner's little plaque up on the little valance on top. His granddaughter actually signed the door, which is still under the paint. It went through multiple hands, and I picked it up from a 9/11 survivor named Sean Hickey, and it was his therapy van. He bought it at a tow yard. It was abandoned, and he used to sit outside and smoke grass every day, suffer from PTSD, and it was his therapy van, and it made him happy. And I worked for Contra Costa County, ran across it one day. I looked at it every day for about 8 years, and I put a little door knocker on there and said, hey, if you ever think about selling it, I'm here. He sold it to me for $500, and it took me 3.5 years, and this is what it is. We're actually really good friends to this day.
Yeah, well, it all harkens back to the the 60s, 70s, the shaggin' wagons and all of that stuff.
The rolling stabbing cabin. That's exactly what it is. It's just something for fun.
Yeah, a lot of purple. Why did you go with that theme or style?
Everyone kind of goes traditional blues, reds, sometimes greens. Purple's kind of, excuse the French, but the bastard stepchild of the auto world. You have your Cudas were purples and pinks, and they kind of really stood out. So that's kind of the way we went.
Right. So what does it have inside in terms of interior and amenities?
The amenities, it's got a 496 big block Chevy with an 871 blower on it. Makes 852. Turbo 400 automatic. The biggest thing is the upholsterer guy. He probably hates me to this day because the upholstery the purple leopard skin was actually designed for pillows and like couches and stuff, and I wanted it in the van, and that was pretty much it.
Can you walk me around and just show me what you got?
One of the key things, I don't know if you can see it from here, but if you look, there's 2 calipers behind the front wheel on each side. It actually has 2 independent braking systems. So you have a gas pedal, you have a brake pedal, and your clutch pedal, where it used to be a column shift, is now a front brake only pedal. So you can sit there and pretty much pedal it. You can do car ballet, Australian burnouts, whatever you want to do. And that's pretty much what it was built for.
Wow, okay. That's very unusual, actually.
I create stuff when I get bored, so it was just like, what are we going to do with the extra pedal aside from tie it to the floor?
Right.
So it's got a turbo 400, 4 9-inch, 456 gears. It's got a full spool in the back, and it's basically, like I say, it's just designed for rolling burnouts. Luckily, we got a good sponsor, Mickey Thompson, kind of hooked us up with some tires this year. So
now it is street legal?
It's street legal. We drive it on the street. It gets about 4 to 6 miles to the gallon. It runs on Sunoco 110, and it's a handful.
So it's an economy van then?
Absolutely. Yeah. It's kind of the new EcoBoost. So I really wish they'd let us start it up because it's an amazing thing. And it was all built, pretty much by me and my son. He has a little internet show, the Tacky Show. It's on Instagram. My shop is Extreme Exhaust and Performance. It's a part-time shop. We do exhaust, and we buy, sell, trade hot rod parts. We're in Fairfield, California, and we got an invite out here, and we're just having a blast, man.
Yeah,
this is great.
Very cool. What about the paint? Did you do all the paint yourself?
No, I actually had a friend who owed me a couple favors for a couple muffler jobs. The purple was actually just kind of scrap crap.
It's kind of a rat rod approach, really, but it isn't. I mean, it's much cleaner than a rat rod. But
we kind of went for the traditional gasser look, but then we kind of wanted with the, like you say, the pimp wagon, shaggin' wagon from the 70s. That's why I didn't put a cage, I didn't put anything else in it. We just left the motor exposed, Ed Ross style. And then like we have a few monitored amenities, like the Rhino liner on the bottom. We chip guarded the paint, so when you're doing burnouts, it doesn't chip up the paint. And
yeah.
Other than that, it's just, I like them kind of stock and simple.
Yeah, I love it. It's very cool.
Well, I appreciate it. We're like I say, we're just having a blast out here, man. It's awesome.